Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For you for the first time, welcome. Please subscribe, like and share. If you are a return subscriber, welcome back. Follow me on Facebook as Zimbabwean Queen, TikTok Zimbabwean Queen 1, and on Instagram Zimbabwean_Queen01. Always and always subscribe to this channel. Moyendo mono subscriber for my channel the Zimbabwean Queen. Yeah, okay, and always like, share my content. Today we're on the side, guys, and story time. And the reason why I do story time, you guys, is because I always talk about this, but I've never talked about it in details. Okay, like detailing the whole story, what happened, and what. So a lot of people, they think now Kuti I am regretting going separate ways with my ex-husband just because over and over again I post about him, actually thanking him for coming into my life the time that he came into my life, you know. And a lot of people, they think, oh, okay, you are now thinking otherwise, you know, the decision that you have taken, you still want your ex-husband, you still love him and all that. And I want to give you a bit of more information of what happened, or what was happening in my life prior meeting him. Okay, so this is sort of like a story time. Obviously it's a story time. So guys, I was in a long distance relationship, right? Before Baba Babubu. I was in a long distance relationship, and with this guy, we were actually planning life together. I loved the guy. I'll be very, very honest with you. I loved him so much. And I used to go to Zimbabwe frequently just because I was in a long distance relationship and he was in Zimbabwe and I was this side. So the last time I went to Zimbabwe, and you know what, the thing is, I've never talked about this, and I avoid talking about this because I feel like it was a relationship that literally broke my heart. Like I was in pieces and I wasn't coping because everything, we're doing it together. And the time that we broke up, it was time that you know. And then I went to Zimbabwe. I was actually visiting him and finalizing things, okay, so that I will come back to South Africa and resign and go back to Zimbabwe to my man. Okay, so let me just talk about the day that we broke up actually. So what happened was, I went to Zimbabwe, spent 3 weeks there, everything was fine, we were just having the time of our lives, and we were happy. We were happy with this guy, but South Africa mangwana, we actually planned everything. I was just coming to South Africa for 4 weeks and then I go back to Zimbabwe so that we can start the process and all that. So this guy, Agabandit, okay, let's go out. Since you're going tomorrow, let's go out. I'm from Chinhoyi. I'm a Chinhoyi Han. So we went kunogocha nyama. Tena nogocha nyama panons Pamzimba. Those who know Pamzimba, they will tell you, okay. So I don't know what happened. From Norway, ndakangotora phone yake ngere pa dashboard, and password yake, guys, but I think it was God. God really wanted to show me what was happening in his life in my absence. Okay, so I am holding this phone and the password yakango yayega, guys, ndakango ikandanditaka password kupinda kuti wa na nasanto izoti password yakanzichi, but I opened that phone with the password that I've never known in my whole entire life. So ndikudai, so ndikuenda ku WhatsApp wanga usina na chinhu, it was clear, but pfungwa dzangu dzakabva dzanditi no, enda kuma messages Hey, zvandakanoona kuma-direct messages, guys, ndakaona kwangu kwanza musikana wekumarara, nesirumbi, ana paida, ananiwe. I think I got 5 different women in his phone, and you know what I did? Immediately, ndakabva ndascreenshot. Iye ari kugweta nyama panze, ndakascreenshot, mba ndazvisendera kuwhatsapp, mba ndadelete. Ndichipedza kudelete mba ndagara. I wanted to confront him face to face, but imwe pfungwa yangu yakabva nditi no, don't do it. Right? Ndobva ndanyarara pepe, ndanyarara. German were nenyama, guys. Ndakatoidya nyama, and I'll tell you this: no matter how angry am I, just know that I'm having my meal. No matter how angry, nyango zvikanzi ndatsama kusvika to an extent ipi, even kana ndakakura nawo nozviziva kuti uyu unotomutuka achidya sadza rake. Ndabina nyama iye, ndakaikarakasha, ndakaidya nyama iye. Ndakufunga kuti ndoita sei, but then andizive kuti chakabva chaitika mupfungwa dzangu dzakabva dzandiudza dzega kuti ukaudza munhu weko zvaaona anoassume kuti wakaenda kuSouth Africa udzoke, because already ndatone decision, guys. Inini, when it comes to cheating, I already have a decision. I don't want to think about it. I don't have to think about it. And this is who I was even ndichiri musikana. So now ndagara paipeta pedza ndibva ndichingoti ini ndakuda kubaya pa10, anditi ndibvato nditi ndeku 11 miles takazodzoka ikoko, then ndodzoka ndichinokudropa. That was around 8. We went there ku 11 miles, and then it was 2 hours, and then we came back. I came home. I was like, no, it's fine, even if ndozinorara chipi, because iye ndiye aizondiperekedza mangwana chose, saka yanga isiri stress yebhasi kana kuti makombi, kuzobata makombi. Ndaiziva kuti ndikuzongotakura pamba ndichinonosiwa kunhangirikeni kuroadport sharp. Ndasvika ndidropa kumba, ndaenda kuna nhangirikeni kuna mama wangu, mama Chenge. Ndavaudza ndakachema, and then she asked me kuti uri kufungei? Ndakati if I go, I'm not coming back for this guy. I'm not coming back for this guy, because if this guy can cheat with 5 different women, one, like, guys, you know what? Pane imwe point yekuti you know kuti it is a long distance relationship. You are expecting one, okay? But kana zvivari 5, which means this guy is a serial cheater. Okay, this is not for any negotiations. And I was broken, guys. He dropped me pa my bus to South Africa. I did not say a thing about what I saw in his phone. Now ndakasvika nekuda kuti ndakanonoka kurara, and I was tired the night before. Kafungai kuzochema kutaura nyaya, ndakazopedzera ndakurara, ndakarara ma 7 o'clock ndakutenda kuharare. Saka ndakasvika ndichisvika bhazi richisimuka, ndakarara, guys. Pandakamuka ndopandakabva ndati kwandava kunoku manje baba vakanyange vakada kuzofunga maplan ekuita sei kana kuita sei, there is no way about it. I'm just going to South Africa now. Ndakagara ndobva, saka vakomana vedriva basi taisifana tataura nyaya, ndatovaudzawo nyaya dzangu, because ivo vaigara vachitondiseka kuti munhu wako uyu unobva ndada naye zvokudai, so hashakura such. Guys, I didn't expect that from him especially. I was expecting something else, like a different story, because remember, tanga taita zvese zvekuti like semukadzi man, you unongochitongofila kuti hey, andasvika, you know, vakadzi vanozvinzisa zvandiri kutaura. Ndasvika kuno Cape Town, I forwarded everything. My screenshots sana ndatora, ndakabva ndamuforwardira immediately abva andifonera. Ndibva let me explain. Here zvakazoti chakati ndikati there is nothing to explain. There's nothing to explain. Do what you're doing that side, and I will do what I'm doing this side. Guys, I was planning life with this guy. We were buying property together. Mdziyo yemumba together. At some point, we were Taitori Matese, he was into farming, and I was beginning to fall in love with farming. I will tell you, I was beginning to fall in love with that because at some point there was a time when we we were doing business together in all that situation. So it was kind of like I'm losing a best friend, I'm losing a boyfriend, and I'm losing a business partner as well, because he was one person who could any opportunity could support you and you could jump in and just help out, I will talk about how I met this guy, and one day again I will talk about it one day. So now, going now to me, I'm in the space where I'm broken, and I have given up on love, and I was not thinking about getting into a relationship. I was not thinking about having somebody that I call a boyfriend or marriage. Marriage is not my thing. I'm not gonna think about that. I'm just gonna live life. Guys, I came back to Cape Town. I was partying. I'm telling you, I was clubbing. I was wild. Things that I will tell you guys. Those who know, they will tell you there's a street that is called Long Street in Cape Town. In India, there's a Long Street in South Africa, up until I came back from Zimbabwe after that breakup. I was like, here we go, girl. I was not scared about losing my life. I was not scared of dying. I was just wild. And that time around, that's when I met Baba Babu. And I'll tell you this, guys. He made me to believe in myself again. He made me to look at life at another angle again. And also, he gave me something to wake up to each and every day, which is Bubu. I am telling you guys, the moment that I gave birth, that is the day that I started fearing death. I was not scared of death, guys. I was not, if I can tell you, I was not scared of dying. But pandakangozvara mwana wangu kutika kwandinoita kufa, and I always want to be a better mom. I always want to be a better person, and I had given up on life. So that's why each and every time I always tell people, God will give you something that you exactly want in that given time. And God knows exactly what you need to be better. And sometimes tunogona kufunga kuti vana ndaichipiswa ndasirwa mwana and all that situation. But in my situation, I'm looking at my own situation and I'm like, God knew very well that this woman needed a child in her life for her to come back to his senses, for her to wake up and hope for tomorrow, for her to have a reason to wake up tomorrow, And I will tell you, life has been better with Bubu on my side. Life has been the best. And I'm telling you this because, guys, I know what I'm talking about. And vanhu vanofunga kuti ukasirwa mwana warwadziswa, vamwe vari kuchema. And I'm here to talk to a single mother that thinks kuti wakachepeswa ukasirwa mwana kana kuti wakachepeswa ukasiwa pazero. God will never give you mutoro usingagoni kutakura. God will never give you a situation that you cannot handle. It will never happen. When God gives you stones, He knows very well that you can carry these stones and you will be okay. Okay. There was a time when I thought Kutinini life for me is over. I'm telling you guys, imagine a marriage of a pastor. It's breaking down and it's breaking into pieces. And I myself, I was the one who suffered more the humiliation, people distancing themselves from me. Vakarorwa, vataipinda nawo chechi vakufunga kuti you are now a threat to their marriages because as a single mother you are not. People, they just believe kuti it is a taboo for singles and married one to mix and mingle because at some point me pamwe to aya varume vavo kana kuti pamwe kutoda varume vavo. I'm telling you, inini I was that woman who were labeled as if akasiwa nemurume. And Baba Bubu left, guys. I will tell you, I'm the one who said Baba Bubu pack and go. But just because people, they do not know what was happening inside that marriage, if we go outside, Panevan, we could smile and we could pretend as everything is okay. Okay. Now, I'm left and Nakumbo Buddha Munjumbetegal. I stayed there. I took everything, the negativity, the positivity that comes with what do you call it, breaking up and divorcing. I took it all. But one thing that I always tell people, God knew that I could handle that. God knew that this woman is going to handle this, because I've gone through the most. Guys, I always mention this to you guys. There was a time when I tried to take my life, and like I couldn't sleep the whole night. I'm telling you, I've seen it all. So that is the reason why I always thank him. And that I will never take away from him. That I will never take away from him, just because right now, if I look at my life now, I always ask myself, if then na Baba Bobo that time, where was I going to be today? Probably 6 feet under. Pamanda I going to zorewa ne foot. Pamanda I going to pamanda to street kid. Because that day, those days, I'm telling you, even kubasa, ndaigo not to kubasa kwacho kuko ndo kuchoya kunu. Ndaigara ndakapiwa ma warnings kubasa. Ndaigara ndakaenda ku hearing kubasa. So imagine you do not have a job and you're living in South Africa. What's next? End up in the streets. Probably maybe I could have been involved in drugs. You never know. Who knows? Though I've never taken drugs, but who knows? So that's why I always say, I thank God. I thank God for him coming into my life. I did not know that it was for only a few years. I myself, I was thinking it was forever. But for those few years that he was in my life, there was a time when he was so good to me. And there was a time when he changed my life, because he took me back to God. I'm telling you. And I had forgotten my purpose. I had forgotten myself. I did not know who I was. So for that, I'm super grateful. That's why I always say, I thank my ex-husband so much for coming into my life. I thank him because he saved my life. He saved my life. He literally saved my life. And now I do understand. That's why Bamoman Machuya for that reason in particular. And I feel like Baba Bobu's reason in particular was to save me from myself. Was to take me back to Jesus Christ. Was to give me a reason to wake up tomorrow. And the reason for me to wake up tomorrow is my little girl. So for that, I will forever be grateful. Amai Bobo is now thinking maybe she has made a mistake, so she wants to go back. No. If it is happened like that, I guess it's a miracle. It is by God's grace and but I personally, no, never. Never am I going back there. Because the last days experience were not good, and I told myself, I'm not doing that, because I know what I want with my life. I know myself. I know how worthy I am as a woman, and I'm not going to tolerate this. And that is the reason why we went our separate ways. If we are to reconcile, I will let you know, guys. But I will never stop kumurumbidzo zvakaita. Andingaregedze kurumbidzo zvake zvakaita panguva yakanga nini. No, I will praise him for that. I will never take away that from him. I'll never. Just because he's a deadbeat father, it's not a secret he's a deadbeat father. He does nothing to his child. But and I say thank you for that. I always point it out. I always appreciate him for that, because if I hadn't met that guy, I'm telling you, I don't know. But anyway, guys, I love you. I love you so much. Comment down below what you guys think about this particular situation, and let's have a conversation. Chi watching you not ukawona unonyatsoti ex wangu ndinomutenda nezvakati zvaakandiitira muupenyu. Let's have a conversation in the comment section, because I would love to know what do you call it, my ex enyu, about my ex baby daddy and all that. Even if kana uchiri nemunhu iyeye unotaurawo chaakakuitirawo chakanaka mu comment section, and let's have a conversation. From me to you, I love you guys, and I will see you in my next upload. Mwah.